Welcome to Nebraska Preps Postgame with your hosts, Mike Sautter and Jacob Padilla.
Hey everyone, welcome into another episode of Nebraska Preps Postgame where we break down what happened in high school basketball. Well, I guess this time of the year we break down what happened in high school basketball from last week, maybe look ahead a little bit. There's a lot of events that happened, two in particular that we want to touch on. The MLK Classic, which was at Council Bluffs, Abraham Lincoln. Yesterday, we're recording this on Tuesday, the day after. And then MUDECAS happened, which some upsets as far as seeding and things go there. So then we'll touch on a couple of other things. But first off, we want to start with the MLK Classic. It was great. This is 3 years in a row that they've had this event, or four? Three? 3 or 4. Can't remember.
Yeah, it's one of those.
But this was the first year that the weather cooperated and every team was able to make it in, and all of those things happened. And the crowds were great. It was great. Yeah. It was awesome. It was a great environment. It was super cool. The 2 big games, the gym was packed. And those games actually turned out to be very good. Yeah. The one was 3 overtimes that put us behind a little bit. Not us. Put the games behind a little bit. But it was overall a very good day.
Yeah, and like you said, great crowds. Again, getting the recruits there was a great move for Jason Isaacson to just drum up the interest.
And there was casual fans there to watch. Yeah. So, which was good.
And a few coaches as well to see their recruits play. So, just great atmosphere for a full day of basketball. Glad made it there for all the Nebraska Iowa games.
Didn't make it there in the morning for the first 2, but that's okay.
Yeah, a couple all Iowa games there to start the day, and then Abraham Lincoln and Gretna started off at noon when we got there. Yeah, and continued throughout the day. So I know you want to just
start there.
Run through the games.
Yeah. So AL wins 58-46 over Gretna.
It was a
tight game.
35-34. Abraham Lincoln in down the stretch of the third quarter, and then C.J. Masala, sophomore, hit a 3.
Yeah, off the bench.
And
hit a 3. Hit 3 in a row.
I'm just getting started. Hit a 3 to end the third quarter, and then he and Colin Steinbeck, another sophomore, also they hit 2 threes apiece in the fourth quarter as Abraham Lincoln kind of pulled away, and they put up outscoring 20-12 in the fourth quarter to build that double-digit lead. And Masala, who was at Millard North last year, is now at AL, 17 points, went 3 of 6 from 3. And Steinbeck, who was at Blair last year, 13 points, 3 of 6 from 3 as well, 4 rebounds, 2 steals, made a few nice defensive plays in the fourth quarter to help them seal it. So a couple of young guys for the Lynx that used to be on our side of the border that are now over there helping those guys have a good season. And they've got a good team.
Steinbeck is going to said it, I guess, in the summer. When was that, July maybe? He's going to be a guy eventually, a recruitable, very has a chance to be a high level guy. Yeah. And he showed a lot of toughness yesterday too, and the loose ball situation at the end of the game, and just physicality stuff. He really showed some strength there. Obviously, his shooting ability is known. Yeah. Everyone knows that, everyone that follows close enough knows that. But I think he's got a chance to be a guy. Nate Linzer from Nebraska was there to watch him. Obviously, he was there to watch other people too, but he made it a point to be there for that game.
Yeah, and so that's Abraham Lincoln. The guards didn't shoot it as well as they normally do, but they've got a good team. Jeremiah Slaughter, Bill and Diego. So they've got a solid team. They're going to be really good. We've seen them several crossover games with Nebraska teams, and I think for the most part those games have all been really competitive.
They're doing a lot more of that, which is good. I mean, they need to find games where they don't have to travel, 2 hours or 3 hours or whatever to do it. So good for the host team to get a win. And then Trevin Wilkins had 19 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds to lead Gretna. Like I said, they battled and just kind of let it slip away in the end. But Brantley Hack had a good game for them too.
Yeah, got going in the second half, and
they're switching up defenses. Coach Isaacson from AL told me after the game, he goes, I never want to play them again. Like, especially
off
a 1 day prep.
Yeah.
He's like, it's a lot. And I'm like, yeah, that's what he does.
That is true. All right. Second game that we were there for, and fourth game of the day.
Heater.
Oh, boy.
That was amazing.
Storm Lake 99, Westside 97 in triple overtime.
Okay, I want to say this. That was probably the best
game you've seen this year?
Oh, yeah, for sure, this year.
Best since triple overtime in the Metro tournament last year?
That was pretty good.
Millard South, Bell West.
Yeah, I would say probably the best. Yeah, that one's in there, but I would even go further than that, which is it wasn't better than this game, but because that's the best high school game I've ever seen, and I think you know where I'm going. The Prep Bellevue West state semifinal game, which no one talks about enough, which was better than the final, which was still very good.
Yeah.
In what was that? That was Hepburn and who was William Kyle was on that team. Who was on prep? That was
Justin City.
Yeah. So that was like 5 years ago. That game was amazing. Frankie Fiddler, like all these dudes just hitting shots and just back and forth. It was 95 to 93 or something, and it was that was also an overtime game. But that was that iconic picture of Frankie and Chucky with arm around each other and walking under the score thing that actually Marcus Shear took. So. Yeah.
Shout out Marcus, saw him this week.
Yeah.
Last week, I guess.
Marcus, big MUDECAS guy.
Yeah.
But that game yesterday was great. You had the one stud just carrying his team. And I will say this about Storm Lake. They don't play 4-quarter games at all.
Yeah.
Like they're a 3A school, which would be our kind of Class B, I guess. Yeah. And they don't play 4-quarter games. They're normally up by 35, and it's a running clock and all that.
They were 9-1 going in the day.
Right.
So
they have 5 games. They have 4 games in 5 days or 6 days or something like that.
Yeah. They had 1 game postponed. Otherwise, it would have been. Yeah, they just played on Saturday, played on Monday, and played a game and a half on Monday. But
Jaden Kuhn was very impressive.
They were down 17. They were down 42-25, and then went on a run to cut it down there.
That was just under 3 minutes left in the second quarter.
Yeah, and then Westside hit a 3 to take a 10-point lead into halftime.
Also, Emery Geddick was very good for Westside. Just throw that in there.
Yeah, we'll get to all those guys, but and then Kuhn took over in the scored 13 in the third quarter to really lead Storm Lake back into it, and then it was back and forth the whole fourth quarter. And then back and forth throughout the overtimes as well. Huge plays. Huge plays on both sides. And then in the third overtime, Storm Lake went up 99-95 before London Dada got a tip in to make it a one-possession game. They got the stop they needed and then got a look at the buzzer from 3 to go for the win, and it didn't go. So Storm Lake was able to hold on there.
London hit that big 3 to tie the game.
Yeah, second overtime.
Huge. Kind of off balance. It was big time.
Yeah. So London Dada finished. He had foul trouble early.
He picked up two
fouls in the first 90 seconds.
Yeah.
And then sat for a good while. But
should maybe talk about officiating, but I don't like talking about officials. But it was some calls were very much so physical and let go, and some were very soft. So consistency was struggling in that one. And one guy in particular.
Although credit to Storm Lake plays with 6 guys, and they managed to avoid
anybody fouling out. Nothing like that.
Westside, unfortunately, was not so lucky. I mentioned Dada picked up those 2 early and then was fine the rest of the game, but had to sit for a while. Finished with 21 points, 7 rebounds. Hit like you said, hit the game-tying 3 in one of the overtimes. And then Emery Geddick led the way, 22 points, 4 rebounds, 4 steals, but fouled out with a minute to go in the second overtime. So they had to play without him in the third overtime, and just kind of ran out of offense there. And then William Preston added 20 points, 9 rebounds for Westside. But again, the story was Jaden Kuhn, the Creighton commit, 37 points, 15 rebounds, including 7 offensive, 3 steals, 3 blocks by my count. Just absolute monster. Just freak athlete. Some of the offensive rebounds he got, like he's making a second jump before anybody gets off the ground the first time on some of these misses.
It's not like Westside has a bunch of bums out there either.
And that's exactly right.
Westside's still very good. Yeah. So it's,
Yeah, 6'10", 6'7", 6'8" on that front line and he's just skying over all of them to get these offensive rebounds. What do you have, like 5 dunks at least?
That one, the one in particular, I swear his elbow was inside of the rim. Like it was, I was like, whoa. Like it was pretty nice. Like that. I mean, there was obviously more than that. He had a couple. There was actually probably like 10 or 12 dunks in the whole game, which was awesome because, we don't see that very much. No. So it was great.
Preston, Barfield, Giddick, Kuhn, we had high flyers all over the place.
Yeah, it was great.
But in Kuhn transition and half court, like he's off the dribble getting by guys, and like there's
his first one. We were sitting next to each other. His first one, and he catches it at the top of the key, and I go, "Oh no!"
And the defender that was on,
and it looked like, and you just knew. I when I said, "Oh no," I meant like, "Oh, he's gonna dunk this thing." And like 2 steps later, bam! We're like, okay,
you want to go check our social feeds? We got that one.
Yeah,
slowed down for you, but just absolutely phenomenal athlete. He's going to help Creighton in that regard immensely. Brings a lot of things that they're lacking right now. So still some polishing to do, but he's gotten better shooting the ball and handling it, making decisions.
Yeah, since the summer when I saw him, he's gotten a lot better.
Yeah, and so he's having a great season for them. I talked to him after. You can go read the story on the Blue Jay Breakdown page on hurrdatsports.com for more on the game and on him. But that was incredible. Westside. So here's the story. They shot 29 of 38 inside the arc. They were 8 of 16 from 3 in the first half to take that big lead. 3 of 18 after halftime in the second half and the overtimes. And again, with Giddick fouling out. So just shot selection, cooling off, continuing to fire away. They were having their way in the paint and just couldn't quite stick with that as Storm Lake mounted its comeback. So credit to Storm Lake. That's a really good team in their class.
They got some length and stuff too. Like them, they're very good.
Head kid come off the bench, hit 5 threes, double from Garbiano Bueno. So really impressed with them. And they're again coming off a Saturday. They just had Kuhn just broke the school career scoring record that stood for 56 years. He's approaching 1,500 career points for them. So, really, really impressed with them. Also, really impressed with Colin Rice and what he did for Waukee Northwest. They held on to beat Millard North 70-68. And first thing I want to say,
Trevor Bailey.
Yes, and
he was.
Millard North's resiliency overall. Major Moster went down early in the game.
Major Moster
hurt his ankle.
3-year starter for them, or played a lot. Even since he was a freshman, he's played varsity for them. Starter. It was like 30 seconds in.
Yeah, it was early.
Ankle shot, and they got down. 12-4 or something, and then even worse maybe.
Yeah. They were 14-4. They were down 37-21 at halftime. Corian Gallatin, who they rely on so much, it's one of those days where the ball wouldn't go in, and they still found a way to get back in. They put up 47 points in the second half, and the biggest reason, one, Trevor Bailey, who had 23 in the second half of his 25. Just hitting everything, driving to the rim, showing great touch, knocking down.
Not only that, he was guarding Colin Rice at times. I think they tried to just get someone a little bit smaller underneath. Because Rice obviously likes to handle the ball and make plays off the dribble, and so and Bailey's small, but he's a really good athlete. Tough,
and so
has some toughness and physicality to him.
And Makai Carradine, who
he had a good game,
probably would have been that one taking that defensive assignment. He was also in foul trouble.
Yeah.
So that's 3 key players that you're not getting what you normally do out of for Millard North.
And they found a way to come back.
Yeah, and then Jack Chambers and Charlie Akins were struggling against the length of Landon Davis, an Illinois commit. He had like 4 blocks before getting in foul trouble. Like those two combined to really struggle inside the arc, and they 3 of 14 between them shooting. And
Kyle
still
Simpson
they found
a good
a way
game for Millard too.
Yep, that was the other one. 12 points off the bench. He had the layup to pull him within 1, and the steal and the dunk. The place went absolutely nuts to take the lead. And then they got to stop, split a pair of free throws to make it a 2-point game. And then Davis, who, again, foul trouble, sitting a lot of the game, didn't do much offensively.
Rebound.
Offensive rebound, put back and one, missed the free throw, and then Rice followed that up
with the offensive rebound put back
to give them the lead, and then they got to stop on the last possession there. So, it's, again, another phenomenal game. Just the 2 showcase games absolutely lived up to the hype. So I was glad I was there to see both those.
Let me tell you something. Colin Rice is really – his offensive game is very – the bag for Colin Rice is very deep and very wide. There is a lot he can do.
You have to have a deep bag if you're going to score 19 straight points for your team at one point.
He finished the third quarter with 15 straight for his team, and then hit the first 2 buckets of the fourth quarter for his team. He had 19 straight for Waukee Northwest yesterday.
That's
crazy.
Finished with 33 on 11 and 19 from the field, 4 of 9 from 3, 7 of 8 from the line. So just scoring in every way possible. 6 rebounds, including the biggest one of the game.
The one thing with him, he's an excellent passer. Like, he made some passes yesterday, and that were 2 of them were fantastic. And a couple were great that, like, his teammates just didn't catch. So, like, there's a lot there. I mean, his body physically matures.
Yeah, that's
could
key
be
for
a
him.
guy.
He's got to get a little strong. You get in that strength position and kind of figure out. He's a little between positions at this point.
Yeah, his release is good.
Yeah.
Like
he's definitely got a lot better shooting ball from when I first started watching him play to where he is now.
Yesterday was the 9th time I saw him play for his high school team since June, and he's gotten better every time out. Yeah. Like, it's just he's gotten better every time out. He's a guy that definitely you can see the future there for sure, and his rotation on his 3-point shot's great. It's a solid shot. There isn't a lot you don't have to really tweak anything. It's just for him it's just the physical, can he come in and play right away physically? And I don't know, man. Like, maybe. Maybe.
Yeah. So Creighton and Nebraska both got good ones on the way, and the fans that crossed river to go see him play were treated to a show. So the Iowa won those 2 matchups. Then
Millard South.
Nebraska won the last 2. Millard South handled Sioux City East 95-72. Sioux City East missing a few kids, and defensively they had no shot.
Listen, that was the closest thing to a pickup basketball game I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, and he had
there was not a lot of fouling. There was not a lot of physicality. It was just, all right, you go try and score, and then I'll try and score, and like it was 2 guys scoring and the other team not.
Yeah.
That's basically what happened.
Well, and you said 2 guys scoring. That would be the Myers brothers, who outscored Sioux City East by themselves in the first half, 38-36.
Yeah.
Those 2 combined for 48 points, 22 rebounds, and 15 assists
in the game.
Between them. So,
that's crazy.
not a bad day for the Myers family there. Kobe finished 26 points, 14 rebounds, 7 assists, 4 steals. Brevin added 22 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists for the Patriots. And then they got 29 combined between their bigs, Owen Anderson and Carter Margheim. So, just really good offensive performance for Millard South. Nice bounce back for them. They had a couple of tough ones recently. So that was a good win, good confidence builder for them. And then finally, Bellevue West, 81-60 in the nightcap over Treynor. It was a Treynor team that they're having a great season.
Listen, and they run. I said it about 5 times last night. The stuff they run offensively is great.
And they were smart about back cuts against Bellevue West's switching and pressure, and they're
ghost screen and stuff. Yeah. Like they run some great stuff. I mean, Bellevue was just out-athleted them, basically.
Yeah, that athlete in particular being Pierce Parker, who phenomenal track athlete, had a great game.
Had a great game.
18 points, only missed one shot.
That two guys off the bench for them were great.
Mari Smith and Pierce.
They were great.
The alley-oop from Bryce Johnson from like almost right in front of us.
It's
near
funny.
Half court.
You're seeing Bryce. I saw Bryce, and I was watching the play, and I saw him just standing. Parker was just kind of standing, and Bryce Johnson gave him like a little head nod, and I'm like, "Oh, here it comes." You knew it was coming. You saw it coming.
Moonball of a pass, and Parker flew in there and threw it down.
I saw that little head nod, and I'm like, "Oh."
6 rebounds, 3 assists. He made some really nice passes. Mm-hmm. Like he's become a really nice piece for them. Like you said, coming off the bench, those he and Smith can really kind of change games. And again, continues to play really well for them. I think he's probably been the biggest development story for them. Mm-hmm. How he's become much more consistent. You're seeing more and more. He's a double-digit scorer, giving them that nice boost. Keaton Melcher struggled to hit threes early on, but got himself going in the second half. Still
he ended up
with
being
19 points.
He ended up leading the team in scoring 19, and at halftime I think he had like 3 or 4 or something.
Had a couple buckets,
5 maybe.
Still
he had a 3, and then it just
shot 50% from the field to get his 19 points. So
that's wild because in the first half there's no way you would have thought he would have done that.
No,
they hit him on a trail 3-2, which was nice.
And then Carson Schultz added 13 points, really efficient, hit 3 threes. Bryce had 12 points, 9 assists, 6 steals by my count. You had Braden Morrow, 9 points, 6 assists, a couple of threes. So good all-around performance from Bellevue West to close out the day.
Yeah, it was good. Overall, a very good day. So moving on, let's go to MUDECAS because
my first trip out there. I went there for the A Division semifinals.
You never been there before?
I had not. There's always been something else going on, and like that I just haven't made it out to Beatrice for any of these games.
It's sweet. I love it. It's awesome.
Yeah.
How are you saying it, Mike?
MUDECAS.
MUDECAS.
Yep. One of those.
We're gonna get all the Southeast
MUDECAS.
Nebraska schools upset with us.
I think it's all right. I think I'm all right. Go ahead. You're not the first.
MUDECAS at the Municipal Auditorium.
Yes.
MUDECAS. You can remember it that way. MUDECAS at the Municipal Auditorium.
I do know is the 97th.
Correct.
Which is crazy.
That's a lot.
And Marcus Shear, who we mentioned earlier, had a great breakdown of every single past MUDECAS division champion and how they fared in the tournament, how many championships each school has individually won. It's an insane stat to be able, and it's of all the tournaments across the state, this one probably has most of its history actually documented because people care about it so much. It means so much to that area.
Yeah, and it is one of the longest running tournaments, if you will, in the country. So it's pretty sweet. They've done some. I mean, it matters so much where they've done some upgrades to the facility to keep it there. Like so, the auditorium it's a quirky, little, neat, fun kind of place, man. It's good. Parking is atrocious. But that's okay. Yeah.
I was at the church.
So was I.
Yeah, you gotta.
Yep.
You gotta
down the street.
Yeah, I parked in the Sunday only parking, so hopefully nobody ticketed me. I don't think I had anything, so I should be fine.
Yeah. Anyway,
fortunately, it wasn't running so late that we were still there on Sunday.
That is true. Yeah,
I was still late though, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean,
it's always
as expected.
Relatively, it actually wasn't too far behind. We were pretty much on because the Lewiston Southern game, that one just kind of wrapped up like right about the time the game was supposed to be starting for the A division. So
I think
last year it was like
10 o'clock.
Yeah,
I think I hit the road around 10 o'clock.
So. Yeah.
Last year it was. I remember the final was 8:06 or something. Like that was like when the teams shook hands, so it's probably more like 8:07, 8:08 when it tipped. Mm-hmm. So
the story of the boys A division was
Tri-County,
who incredible run. They started 7-4 this season and won 4 games straight, running through the tournament, avenging 2 of their losses from earlier in the season along the way. And started with a 56-40 win over Falls City Sacred Heart. They had split their first 2 meetings, so rubber match goes to Tri-County there. They beat Freeman 50-41 in the semifinal. Freeman, obviously, the 1 seed, having a great season, having a great stretch here over the last couple of seasons. And they avenged a 64-41 loss to them on December 30th. So just a couple of weeks prior, they got handled, and they flipped that around and beat them 50-41, outscored them 32-14 in the second half. And then in the final, they beat Johnson Brock, reigning champion, reigning state champion as well, and beat them 53-51. Yeah, yes. And so the story of the tournament was absolutely Drew Sims, coach's son there for Tri-County.
Well, I was just going to say, Coach Jeremy does a great job. Yeah. He's done a great job there. He does a good job.
That's good. Older brother on the staff, younger brother on the roster with him playing. So kind of a family affair there for Freeman. But, so in the first game.
For Tri-County.
Yeah.
For Freeman, you said. Yeah.
I'm staring right at Freeman in my notes. Go
ahead.
Drew Sims, 22 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 steals. Shot over 50% from the field, 8 of 10 from the line against Sacred Heart. Then he had 30 points, 10 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. Shot, again, over 50% from the field, 6 of 9 from 3 in the upset over Freeman. And then in the final, he had 2 points at halftime. They were only in it because Zach Vossler had 15 points in the first half. He was a monster inside. They just kept getting into him, and Johnson Brock couldn't contain him. He scored again in the third quarter early on, and then Sims took over. Finally got loose, got a steal and a breakaway layup to get himself going, and then scored 25 of their last 27 points, and he assisted the other 2. Yeah. So just you talk about what Colin Rice did. Like Drew Sims did that and then some. Just completely put the team on his back. He was phenomenal. Finished with 27 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, a steal. Just fantastic performance. A couple of big threes, including one late. They were down 1. It wasn't necessarily that late in the shot clock. He was a few feet behind the line, just pulled up and buried it. He said at that point, I was feeling pretty confident at that point. I knew the consequences if I missed, but I knew the rewards were even greater. And he buried it, put him in the lead, and then made a couple more plays to help him seal it there. So for the tournament, Sims averaged 26 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, shot 56% from the field, 59% from 3, and 85% from the line. I don't know that there's ever been an easier tournament MVP choice than we saw with what happened there with Tri-County and Drew Sims. And, I mean, you look what he's doing, leading scorer in the class, again, stuff in the stat sheet, doing everything for his team, and he stepped that up even more so in this tournament, considering the level of competition.
They weren't a top 10 team coming into MUDECAS. They have definitely turned a lot of heads, and not only just like our computer rankings, obviously coaches poll, other exterior polls and all that other stuff too. They've earned a lot of respect out of this run, and I think it wasn't just maybe the confidence that they needed to get through some of those games, but we even asked the coach after about what does it mean kind of moving forward for the rest of the season. He's like, hey, if we did it here, we can kind of keep doing it as we move forward too, because you took down the heaviest hitters in the class doing so.
It's not, and I was just going to say, it's not like they played a bunch of, but I mean, their schedule is very hard.
Yeah.
Like EMF, and Freeman, obviously, Johnson Brock, Sacred Heart twice, Sandy Creek's good, like Deschler's good.
Yeah. Coach Sims said like they changed some things pretty dramatically in how they play, and it's really kind of fit this team better. They run in like a matchup zone, like just switching they were just really active defensively, and then obviously offensively, Sims doing anything and everything, getting post up to the Vossler, finished with 17 and 7 points inside to help them. And like Dawson said, they climbed into our rankings at number 7 in C2. So fantastic week for Freeman. Good team there. Sims is a name.
Tri-County.
Why do I keep saying Freeman?
Yeah, I don't know.
Freeman dropped.
They're not even.
Freeman dropped from 2 to 3 in our poll because Tri-County beat them.
It was royal blue and yellow, and navy blue and white.
I need to stop looking at my notes. Freeman won the third place game is what I was getting to. Mm-hmm. Lewiston won the B division championship on the boys' side. Freeman did win the girls' A division championship, and then EMF won the girls' B division championship. Okay. So the girls on Friday. Fun trip out to MUDECAS. Glad I made it. Good decision because I saw some phenomenal games.
It's something that people, if you are a high school basketball person, fan, whatever, in Nebraska, you should just make it a point to do that once. Just make a trip one time.
Yep.
Spend a day there. Do whatever you got to do. Like it's fun. It's a good environment.
Cool.
Okay.
All right.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Let's go quickly. We got to get out of here.
Dive into our top 10. Shake up again because
everybody keeps losing and winning. And
Lincoln South West back to number one. Mm-hmm. Kind of a light week schedule-wise, but Uzziah Sanders took advantage of it. They beat Bellevue East 66-51, won at Lincoln Northeast 87 did not write down the score correctly. They beat Lincoln East, and then they beat Benson 87-74. Mm-hmm. And Uzziah Sanders, 23 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks. Followed up 29 points, 4 rebounds, 4 steals, 2 assists, 100% from the field, hit 4 threes in that one. And then 31 points, 6 rebounds, 5 steals, an assist, and a block. Shot 68% from the field, 60% from 3, and 72% from the foul line in their 3 games last week.
They're being Northeast 61-50.
61-50, thank you. Heck of a week for Sanders, who is he's continuing to put together a very real Player of the Year case. Looks to be, honestly, probably be the favorite right now with what he's done, what that team has done.
I hate to look ahead for them, but
they've got Grand Island and Fremont this week. So.
On the third, they go to Creighton, Breb.
And they got the hack coming up too.
Yeah, but
so
on the
you
third,
get to see some of those Lincoln teams again.
Yeah, on the third they go to Creighton, Breb. That's gonna be good.
Yeah. So Southwest 12-1. North Star is up to number 2. They're at 12-2. They had another good week. They beat Papio Vista 68-62. Knocked Papio out of the rankings. Who. Good team, but their schedule has been crazy, and they haven't won enough of those games. 8-7, still really good.
I still
team.
believe in them, to be honest. I really do.
They're not going to be an easy out for anybody, but again, you got to be able to win the close games that you've been in. They were down at half, and then put up 25-15 in the third quarter to kind of take control of that game, and then held on to it. And they had a really good week from Goy Gatwich, who is kind of an X factor for them when he's going. In addition to, Casser's going to stuff the stat sheet. You're going to get some threes from Easton Schweitzer and Jay Shaunafu. But as you got Gatwich, he's a good athlete, knocking down shots. He really changes things for them. Finished with 19 in that one. Casper had 14 points, 11 assists, 7 rebounds, 11 apiece for Schweitzer and Afu. They beat Norfolk 74-31 at their place. They're at Norfolk's place. Schweitzer 22. Again, Schweitzer had a great week. 9-12 from the field, hit 4 threes. Casper 10-6, 5-5. So again, stuff in the stat sheet like always. And then I was there on Saturday when they beat Millard West 81-71, and that was a fun game. North Star shot 11-22 from 3. Millard West went 10-23. So up and down, threes flying all over the place. But they got 22 from Gatwich. They had 21 from Schweitzer, who shot 7-9 from 3. And then Castor, 16 points, 8 assists, 7 rebounds, 3 steals. North Star is kind of plugging along. They got Kearney Tuesday and at Omaha North Friday. I was also there for the girls' game between Lincoln North Star and Millard West. And
North Star's girls are pretty good.
That 1-3-1 just causes so much problems with their length. And KJ Pynchon can really shoot the ball. She's been a huge addition for them. Annie Lou, triple-double, 14 points, 12 rebounds, 10 steals, operating within that 1-3-1, wreaking havoc all over the place. So North Star, they've got a massive week on the girls' side because they've got undefeated Kearney on Tuesday as we record this. Austin's planning to be at that one.
And then at Omaha North.
At Omaha North on Friday. So
big time. That's a big game. That's the biggest game of the year.
Yeah, so North Star won North 2 in our coaches poll. So that'd be the next game of the year after what we've seen thus far.
Also, one thing real fast on that. I want to be very clear. At no point has anyone, me, you, said anything bad about North Star girls and how they aren't good or won't be in the conversation. That is directed at one person in particular. At no point, like when we saw them in June in Kansas City, we're like, oh, they're going to be really good. So just want to,
and that was before they had pension.
Yeah, just want to make sure, like, at no point did anyone say anything negative about them or the fact that they wouldn't be at least very in the conversation of one of the best teams in the state in Class A.
Number one on our poll, undefeated, and the first time I saw them, they held Westview, who is a top 5 team, to 0 points in 2 quarters.
Right.
They did not score in the second or third quarter in that game. So, yes, I am very aware of how good North Star is on the girls' side. So, Creighton Prep up to 3. They beat Millard West by 20, which that's a good win. Like Millard West, especially with Cade Walker back and getting closer to full strength.
You notice like they've
length.
Been since he's been back. He's
So Millard West has the pieces to kind of jump up and really cause some problems for some good teams, and for Prep to win that by 20 is just a testament to them and kind of what the team that they're becoming. And then they followed up a 64-53 win against Westview. They've got Central on Friday and Sioux City East on Saturday this week, so another big one Friday with the Eagles. Westside dropped to 4, and this is obviously before yesterday's game. But
because they lost to Papio South.
Correct. So you go up to number 1 and then immediately lose. That was their only game last week. 68-73 against Papio Vista South. And Papio South shot 50% from the field, 10-21 from 3, and only turned it over 5 times. Yeah, so Westside's got to get that defensive question figured out.
You just have to be able. They have all the size and you just got to be able to defend the ball a little better.
And Papio South is everyone's worst nightmare in a district. I mean, no one is going to want to be in a district with them because they're going to end up being like a 3 or a 2. And
I think both the Papio teams are going to be very tough outs.
Yeah, you've got Levi Webb, who is capable of taking over game. Had 21 points in this one, but the guy that we talked about preseason as kind of the X factor for them, Connor Falkenberg, 29 points, 11 of 15 from the field, 4-7 from 3, 3-4 from the line. So, he's very capable of that in any given game of going off. And if he does, and you get what you're normally going to do for Webb, 21-6-3 in that game.
If those dudes are scoring 40, it's going to be hard to beat. Like, they're going to be hard to beat.
50.
Or whatever. I'm just saying. 40 plus.
So 50 in this case. But Donnie Barfield led Westside 24 points, 9-12 from the field, hit 4-4 from 3. He had 20 points, 7 boards from London Dada, 17 points, 7 rebounds from Emery Geddick. But 7-20 from 3 versus the 10 that Papio South hit, and 9 turnovers versus the 5 that they forced. So just kind of offset their offensive rebounding edge there. And again, Westside defense got to get that figured out if you want to win a state title. But still a top 5 team, 11-4 now on the season. Millard North is at 5th. They beat Columbus. They had 25 points from Corian Gallatin in that one. They handled Millard South, impressive win, 80-58 in that one. At 22-7 from Trelly Akins. Yep. And so, fortunately, they've got this week off after yesterday's game. Hopefully, Mosser can get healthy and be okay for moving forward. Bellevue West is at 6. Last week, they beat Central 63-60. Just kind of a well-balanced win for them. They held Central to 33% from the field.
Papio South on Friday.
Yep.
You can talk about a lot of pace in that game. Holy cow.
Yep. Central, they beat Pius by 8. They had double-double from Evan Rogers, who had 21 and 5 against Bellevue West. And then they have Elkhorn South and at Prep on Friday, mentioned this week. 8, we've got Southeast, who they've lost 4 straight after the undefeated start to the season. 2 of those losses were Blue Valley teams from Kansas City area. And they've got a bounce back week with Bryan and Grand Island this week. Lincoln High, 81-48 win over Omaha South, 85-46 at Columbus. Brady Nick combined for 52 points in the 2 wins. Again, they've got another light week. And then finally, breaking at number 10 is Omaha Westview, who beat Southeast on a game-winning 3 from Regan Hollingsworth, who finished with 27 in the game, 9-12 from the field, 6-9 from 3. So great game for him. That's a big win for them. Then they beat Bellevue East by 15, balanced effort. And then they had the competitive loss to Prep. They've got Papio South on Tuesday. So that'll be a big one.
Westview's got to find a way to win a game not at home.
Yes.
That's the thing.
As we record this on Tuesday at Papio South, we just said that's not an easy win. So we'll see how they show up. They
have to find a way to win not at home. That's their bugaboo right now.
All right, that is Class A for the week.
Yeah, let's quickly go through B here.
No changes in B. Same exact top 10. We got big games coming up. We mentioned that Scotts Bluff and Ogallala game.
The biggest game of the year, maybe in any class so far, is Scotts Bluff hosting Ogallala.
That's B number 3, C1 number 1
tonight.
Yes,
we're recording this on Tuesday. It's tonight. That's
Ogallala
the biggest game
so far.
Not a lot of love lost, if you will. There's some, that game. I totally wish I could be there.
Yeah,
that game will be fun. A lot of pace in that game. Could be a lot of points.
Yep,
could be.
Hopefully,
if people are making shots, there could be some point. Not a lot of defense.
Yeah,
defensive optional in that one.
Sawyer Smith, Nate, and Kelly, really, really close friends. So
they're just going to go back and forth. Like those two are just
Scotts Bluff needs to get a win against Ogallala because they've gotten them. So
it's that one is going to be fun.
Yeah. Bennington and Norris is on Friday. So on the girls' side, that's 1 versus 2, I believe. Hopefully Norris is a little healthier. Mm-hmm. Obviously, we know Bennington's very good. Very, very good team. By the way,
Bennington boys they're scoring some points now.
Yeah, Blaze Young had 29 in a game last week. Landon McCarville's had a good stretch recently. So they've got some guys, if they can hit shots, they've got a chance. And then in the C classes, we've got a big one. C2, UTAN, unbeaten, number 2. And then Ashland Greenwood, number 2 in C1. That's Tuesday night, 2 unbeaten teams at Ashland Greenwood. So that's a big one. And then Concordia against Freeman late on Friday. Set for 9 o'clock. We'll see what time it actually starts.
Oh, that's another thing.
The Sokol.
What's it called?
Nebraska Prep Classic.
Nebraska Prep Classic, yes. This is like the 50th year or something.
So all day Friday, or half the day Friday, all day Saturday. We'll be there for a bunch of those games.
It's not the 50th year. I was just.
It's not MUDECAS.
No. But it's been like 20-some years in a row this thing's happened.
And a ton of games. They pack it in day. Boys, girls.
There's like 10 on Saturday.
Yeah. Pender will be there. So we'll have coverage from some of those games. Austin will be there. I'll be there for some of them.
Remember, that 9 p.m. tip, it ain't starting at 9, boys. There's one year it was Sioux City East.
Yep.
Sioux City Heelan, and I forget who they play. Glenwood, Iowa, I think. They played each other. I think that was it. And it tipped off at 11:12. I remember looking at the clock. It was just before. It was 11:12 p.m. it tipped off. Yeah. And I'm like, y'all are staying, right? The night, and they were. So that was just,
All right. Wrap up with some shout-outs here. Usually don't go Class A in this one, but I have to in this case because we had our first Class A 40-point game last week. Lincoln East senior Tyler Mick, 40 points, 14 of 19 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3, 10 of 15 from the line with 5 assists, 4 rebounds, 2 steals, an 82-76 win against Millard South. So great win for the Spartans there, and Mick went off. Also, Elkhorn Valley senior Corbin Warner, 17 points, 3 rebounds, 10 assists, 6 steals, and a block in a 64-26 win against Stan. So he had a points assist double-double there. 27 points, 10 of 15 from the field, 5 of 6 from 3, 2 of 4 from the line, with 11 rebounds, 6 assists, a steal, and a block, in a 64-56 win against Highline. So point rebound double-double. and then finished the week with 21 points, 8 of 15 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3, 10 rebounds, 7 assists, 4 steals, and a 66-39 win against Niobrara Verdigre. So he had 3 double-doubles, 2 with rebounds, 1 with assists in the same week. So heck of a week for Corbin Werner, who is one of the best stat sheet stuffers in his class. Omaha Nation Junior, Akeisha Starlin, 31 points, 13 and 19 from the field, 4 of 7 from 3, hit his only free throw, 10 rebounds, including 7 on the offensive end, 5 steals and an assist in an 80-40 win over Westside. And then finally, familiar name, Yaya Harris, the sophomore from Twin Loop, 32 points, hit 5 threes, 10 rebounds, including 6 offensive, 8 assists, and 4 steals in a 68-39 win against North Central.
Yeah. All right, that'll do it for Nebraska Preps postgame.
A Hurrdat Sports Network production.